At the time of this recording, Venus is within 7 minutes of solar arc of the Sun at 28 degrees Libra. Astrologically, Venus is the planet of love, and when she's in the sign of her own strength, Libra, this is significant, especially since within this air sign, let's say she's more airborne and able to operate at a higher octave, at a higher frequency, sort of a more celestial frequency of love, of divine love. When a planet is within this range of solar arc minutes, that is to say in proximity to the Sun, it's said that it's purified by the solar fire of the Sun. So what I'll be doing is energetically extracting this frequency of this purifying Venus, purified love, and amplifying it to work with this collective healing chamber. All you need to do is to sink into the purifying frequency of love that we're facilitating. You don't need to know what any of this means to receive the full benefit of this quantum healing and healing transmission, which takes place in the timeless now. In other words, this healing is accessible to you always, regardless of when you listen to it. So because this is a very high frequency we're engaging with today, we need to bring your own frequency up to the strata where your light body is able to fully and deeply receive the healing that will be happening. So in order to bump up the collective frequency, I'm going to need to be quiet at times. So if you don't hear my voice for a bit, know that I'm still here and working on you as a collective and as subgroups within this collective. I may yawn, hum, cough, tap, or even sing, and this is usually done when I am moving a massive amount of negative energy, when I'm extracting a layer of distortion that correlates to the negative planetary delineations that are being held in you that are interfering with your ability to give, receive, or experience love. I will also need to bump up your own frequency by just focusing your own consciousness into a still point and raising your frequency up that way. So we will do a guided meditation at the beginning of this. Also, please know that this healing chamber, your energy is fully shielded and protected within its own private chamber, just sort of like a sacred chrysalis, calibrated to and protecting your own energy within this healing chamber. I'm just going to say this because it's a bit hard to ignore before I even started. There is a massive ocean of angelic beings. I've never seen so many individual beings. There's billions of billions of angels and seraphim here. They are all holding space and anchoring their own light to further facilitate this. And their frequency is actually hitting my own body with massive waves of light. And there's just so much joy and love emanating from them. They're just radiating such pure and unconditional love. Such absolute devotion to assisting us here. And there's such fierce, fierce love. Just unwavering devotion. But there's joyfulness in that as well. So much joy and love for each and every one of you here. Whew. Such unwavering belief that we can do this as humans, as humanity. But it's unusual because I can actually feel the individuated, or the intense focus and the belief in each and every one of you as individuals as well. So just know that there's probably, a few thousand angels simply assisting each and every one of you here today. So that's a nice thought. I guess that's our cue to begin. So let's prepare for meditation. Settling in and just listening to my voice. Relaxing and taking a deep, easy, slow breath. Noticing the breath moving through your passageways, passing through your lungs, into your diaphragm, and moving out. Really notice the deepness of your breath here. Now please notice the bottoms of your feet. Notice the sensation along the skin on the bottom of your feet. What does that feel like? What does the texture touching the bottom of your feet? Fabric, a rug, or the air? Notice the sensations of these. Without judgment, just really sinking your awareness to this area of your body that's grounding you all day. Letting any thoughts, emails, to-dos, conversations, sinking those into the earth beneath you to be collected and cleared. Wiggle and flex your toes. Notice everything you can about this motion. Even noticing the electrical signal sending the sensations to your brain as you're noticing. Sinking your awareness even deeper into the small muscles, the fascia, the tendons, all of the tiny bones in your feet. Electrifying with awareness here. Taking a deep breath. Try holding the breath in for a count of 6. Notice if you feel the need to rush. Please exhale and hold your breath out for a count of 7, breathing normally. Now we're going to triangulate. Visualizing where you are in the room or space that you're in. Please try to pick 3 objects in the space around you that are all in different locations. So, for instance, if you're in a living room, you might notice a mantle, a lamp, and an armchair. Notice the spatial distance between you and object 1. Notice the spatial distance between you and object 2. Notice the distance between you and object 3. Now notice the spatial mapping of all 3 of these objects in correlation to you and each other. Collecting all of your energy and awareness into your physical presence through this triangulation. Taking a deep breath, expanding as much of your body to hold as much air as possible, and hold here for a count of 4. Now very slowly, very delicately releasing the breath as slowly as you possibly can. Noticing in the center of your body a brilliance growing, like a radiant light deep inside of you. And as you do, please say aloud or simply to yourself in your mind, I am a sovereign being. I am a divine emanation of the One Source, deepening in awareness and illumination of my being. And notice the light brightening with the strength of a blazing sun. The light is pouring through your organs, through the connective tissue, through your muscles, your bones, and emanating out of the pores of your skin. Even as this luminescence may seem blinding, please continue to allow this brilliance to grow. We are here. The healing chamber is sealed. I'm going to be silent as I pull in this frequency from the Venus Cazimi moment. You may feel a torrent of emotion or images or memories, and please just surrender and let go of any and all thoughts, images, memories, and let these be surrendered into the purifying field as I strengthen this frequency. Very good. Let's just bask in the brilliance of this frequency to soften and purify the entire collective. Has a lot to let go of. Just soften and let this frequency fully come through. It is moving through the healing chamber like a gentle torrent of blinding light filaments, saturating you even further with light. Let's just be here for a moment, just taking taking deep breaths and letting this light continue to wash over and through you. Just let everything pouring out of you that is not purely of you and of your own connection to Source. Just noticing all of these worries and burdens purifying in the field where the light of you meets the light of this purifying frequency. Everything is actually just burning up. And only making this light grow stronger. And if this is ever overwhelming, you can actually simply ask for divine assistance to dial down the aperture of this experience for you. This is always going to be integrated. To what your body and what your light body can handle. So just know that you can dial down the experience if you so wish. Just softening, purifying, strengthening. You are a singular emanation of love. Love is not outside of you. It's not like an object or energy that exists outside of you. I would say everyone in this healing chamber has really known the despair, the fullness of the separation from this frequency. Surrendering this burden of the separation, this feeling the lack. And the details almost don't matter as to how or when you've felt this. What looms larger is simply just the feeling of the despair and grief, feeling cut off from or not good enough to receive love or to exchange love. We are removing that. This is the greatest illusion. Please illuminate, light up the center of your solar plexus and the center of your heart center, as we are going to remove the first layer of this burden, this separation of love. Just continue to light this up as we bring in this frequency to pull out this first layer. This is the greatest illusion, the greatest lie, the prestige of the manufactured matrix that each and every one of us has been born into and socially conditioned into. That you are somehow actually separate from this frequency. You've been told that love is attention paid in the form of likes, dollars, a currency, even a marker of status. And this is really not love. Though love can exist in these things, these things are not necessarily love. Please light up the center of your brain as we're going to be clarifying the difference between desire and divine love, which are very different frequencies. So just lighting up the center of your brain as we clear this frequency, this distortion. Lighting up the front part of your brain, the area behind your eyes and behind your forehead, as we remove an adjacent distortion that sort of blurs your understanding of desire and love and sort of makes it all knotted up and like a big tangled mess, making it very difficult for your frontal cortex to smoothly and clearly delineate the difference between both desire and love. Just lighting this area up. Very good. Lighting up the area of your lungs. We're clearing a little bit more of this grief. This heartache, which There's subgroups of you who experience this grief all in different ways, but either unrequited love, feeling that you need to overcompensate, perhaps, in order to receive love, feeling that somehow you are not ever going to be enough, or that it is always going to be out of your reach. So just lighting up this area of your heart center and lungs. Placing this grief with a holy resonance of this divine love, this divine frequency that is surrounding you. Bringing back the divine emanation, this divine remembrance that you are. Of this frequency. Okay. Very good. Allowing yourself to recenter in this purifying frequency of this divine light, and just letting yourself surrender any burdens, any toxicity, any memories, any thoughts, feelings, burdens. Let it just simply dissipate outside of the outer field of this purifying field. It is safe for you to let go, to sink into the deep healing, into absolute surrender of this healing frequency. It is safe for you to heal completely now. This true, real, absolute love is so exceptionally profound. It defies quantifying. It is infinite. And it's ever expanding. It's safe for you to sink completely into the infinity of this frequency. Love is a never-ending frequency, continuous, never-ending magnificence. It is spiraling continuously throughout the universe. You only need to look to notice that you are one such spiraling yourself infinitely within this divine geometry of creation. This frequency illuminates all things, and it's illuminating you even if you have forgotten your source connection to it. It's okay, because just being here, it's like we're turning it back on. It's a brave thing, actually, to remember. Remembering begins first by flooding yourself with the compassion and radical truth that you are eternally worthy of love, of this frequency. Not just admired, not just paid, not just employed or contracted. This supersedes all of that. You are infinitely deserving of love and of this frequency. You are of this frequency. Focusing on your feet, lighting up the area of your feet as we remove the distortion that is somehow preventing you from the belief that you can actually anchor and belong in this frequency. So just lighting up your feet, and for some of you, you may be called to also light up your ankles. It is safe, and it is actually your divine birthright, an inheritance of yours to anchor your being in this frequency. So it should be said that for the subgroup of you who may have had caretakers or parents or loved ones who failed to show you how love is supposed to work in your human development. Those who fail to demonstrate its purpose and its potential. They themselves were really never shown how to love properly. So their pain and terror and inability to provide a template of love has actually spanned many generations. So your presence here in this healing chamber is actually profound and actually quite radical, because your presence here is breaking a curse of intergenerational trauma that spans generations. You're clearing and healing this massive gap that is blocked. The template for unconditional love. We are healing that now. Lighting up your root chakra. We are removing the fear and the trauma. Stay with me here because this is pretty big stuff here, okay? Just keep lighting it up. You are meant to overflow with love, with compassion for yourself, with love for yourself. We are replacing it with the divine template of overflowing love, unconditional love. And also holographically placing the image of this divine frequency here in the light body. With the assistance of guides and guardians who are present here to assist in matriculating this frequency, integrating it with your light body and your physical body. Very good. Much better. Excellent. In this moment, you're receiving through this transmission the overwhelming triumph of love. This is love for yourself, love for others without condition, without reservation, love for all, but most of all, love for yourself. Which is mirrored in the love for the universe without condition. In this moment, choosing the radical act to love yourself without condition, without strings attached, without shame, without guilt, without expectation, and without the expectation of pain. This is actually the most revolutionary thing that you can do. is to choose love. Choosing love for yourself is the first foundation. You are holding in this healing chamber for yourself radical self-love, radical compassion, some of you are having a hard time because this is actually against your nature, but know that there is strength and support all around you, and I just want you to continue strengthening in this frequency. In this revolutionary act, you're defying the fallen template of your upbringing, of your social conditioning, of the manufactured culture that celebrates self-doubt, self-deprecation, depression, despair, self-annihilation. Letting all of that recede and be purified further in this purifying field. Let it all go. Very good. Very good. Your radical self-love and compassion is a remembrance of your own divinity, of your own highest potential. Your radical self-love here and compassion increases the light quotient of this planet. This is just the beginning of your remembrance of this potent love. Nothing is more resolute, fierce, or indestructible. Even the darkest demon, the darkest curse, the darkest doldrums, or the darkest days, they will melt into surrender in the pure, resounding frequency of this light field of love. Love is freely given, with no strings attached. Love is endless, overflowing, and ever expanding. Love is a strength, not a weakness. Love is not finite, indexed. Love is not quantified, reduced to metrics. It is not a currency to be enslaved by. Very good. Keep purifying, letting go. We're taking the opportunity of the Venus Cazimi. The moment the planet of love is being purified by the solar fire of the sun. harnessing this moment and its celestial energy to initiate purifying and recalibrating our own understanding of love, bringing it to neutral and an objective place. Before anything else, before receiving love, receiving promotion, before feeling chosen, we must love ourselves deeply, unreservedly, resoundingly, coming back to this truth, this foundation upon which all other things can manifest in our reality. Until we can repair the fault lines in the foundation of our own love for ourselves and hold overwhelming love and compassion for ourselves, nothing will change. It is the simplest thing and yet the hardest thing, the hardest and perhaps the bravest thing to do, especially when all we've been conditioned is to feel the separation. So please, be here. Now, in reverence to yourself. In divine love with yourself, in remembrance that you are of this divine frequency as an emanation of the one source. Please, lighting up 2 inches below your sternum, lighting up the pain body, recalibrating the pain body, updating and programming it so that further healing and integration will happen and be integrated into your physical body in divine time, through the overlighting guidance of your highest self. For many of you, the integration will be occurring over the course of the next 6 days. For another subgroup of you, that will be happening at an accelerated rate of 3 days. Please take care of yourselves, drink lots of water, and I invite you to just sit here as you continue to purify in the field of this frequency for as long as this feels good to you. If this healing has been helpful to you, you can find out more about individual and group healings at www.celestialmechanics.co, or discover a deeper path of illumination at www.enterthesphere.org.